Hello everyone, welcome to CommerceNet Scholars. I hope you all are perfectly fit and fine. In today's video, the topic that we'll be discussing is the procedure for the settlement of claims. Now, whether the settlement of claim is a maturity claim or it is a death claim, we'll be discussing both the situations because the conditions and the procedure for the settlement of maturity claim is different than that of a death claim. I hope you all understand the meaning that maturity claim is when the policy has matured, the person is still surviving and he is going to reap the benefits of the policy himself, while death claims are the claims which are available to the family of the deceased once the person is no more who has taken the policy on his or her name. Let's start. A maturity claim means the payment of the claim under the policy on the stipulated date mentioned therein to the life assured who is alive. It is the earnest desire on the part of the insurer to settle maturity claim as early as possible, and for this purpose an intimation is sent 2 months ahead of the maturity date. What did I tell you right now? That maturity claim will arise when the person is going to reap the benefits of the policy himself. अगर person alive है तो obvious सी बात है कि उसको ही उसकी policy का benefit मिलेगा. तो जब maturity date आने वाली होती है किसी भी policy की, तो उसके 2 months पहले, as you can see here written, I've written 2 months ahead. 2 months ahead. तो आपको 2 महीने पहले इंटीमेशन मिल जाता है इंश्योरेंस कंपनी से कि आपकी पॉलिसी अब मैच्योर होने वाली है. काइंडली complete the formalities for the same. If the age of the life assured is not admitted, this intimation is sent to him in advance of 3 to 4 months before the date of maturity, asking the assured to submit the proof of age for early settlement of the claim. Now, if the age that the person has mentioned in the policy he has not reached that particular age, an intimation is sent around 3-4 months before, so that the person should be able to provide some proof of age at the early settlement of the claim. If the age has already been admitted, that means the person has already achieved that age as per which the policy needs to be matured, intimation is sent along with the discharge form requesting him to complete it and return duly signed to enable the insurer to make the payment. If the person has admitted the age, then the person will be sent a discharge form which he needs to sign and return it to the insurer in order for the insurer to make the payment. Now, claim payment is made to the policy holder by transfer of money directly to the policy holder's bank account by NEFT system. Whatever claim amount is there under the maturity claim, the claim amount is paid to the policy holder directly into his bank account. What are the guidelines for maturity claim? Let's understand first. 2 points we have already discussed, but let's understand it in detail again. If the age of the assured is higher than the age stated while issuing the policy, the difference of premium on the actual age is charged along with interest and the same is deducted from the policy payments. जितनी age policy में mentioned है, अगर उससे ज़्यादा age है person की, right, in that case the difference of the premium, whatever difference of the premium is there for the actual age, and now whatever the person जितना भी difference आ रहा है age का अभी, उससे premium calculate करके it will be deducted from the policy payment. If the age proves lower than already admitted in the proposal form, the difference is returned without any interest. And if the age is lower, then in that case जितना डिफरेंस आएगा एज का उस हिसाब से प्रीमियम कैलकुलेट करके उस पर्सन को उतना डिफरेंस रिटर्न कर दिया जाएगा विदाउट एनी इंटरेस्ट प्रोवाइडेड टू हिम. When the age is admitted, discharge form is sent and the assured is advised to return it duly signed. The signature of the assured must be witnessed by at least one person. Like I told you right now कि जो age policy में mentioned है, if the person has admitted that particular age, he will be sent simply a form, a discharge form which he has to sign and send to the insurance company again, and the signature of the assured, it must have at least one witness when the person is signing the discharge form. The policyholder is advised to send the original policy document and the discharge form to the insurer along with the deed or deeds of an assignment. If the policy has been assigned, in that case whatever deeds are to be presented for assignment, that also needs to be given. If the policy is lost, a duplicate copy must be obtained by the assured, complying with the requirements as laid down for the acquiring of a duplicate policy. We have already discussed that when in case the policy is lost, what steps are needed to be followed to obtain the duplicate copy. No payment is made unless the original policy or a duplicate thereof is submitted to the insurer. Either you submit the original copy of the policy document or you present the duplicate copy. In case your policy is lost or destroyed, only then you will be able to receive the payment from the insurance company. If a loan exists under the policy, the same will be deducted along with the due interest up to the date of maturity, and only the net amount will be paid to the insured. If you have availed for any loan benefit against your insurance policy, then whatever amount is still remaining, that particular amount of interest will be deducted from the policy and the net amount will be paid to you as the maturity claim. If the proposer is an illiterate person, the thumb impression should be attested by any of the following persons: an advocate, by agent of the insurer, bank manager, by an assistant branch manager, commissioner of oath, by any gazetted officer. In case the person who is going to avail the benefits of the maturity claim, if that person is an illiterate person, so in that case his thumb impression should be attested on the policy document, and it must be attested in the presence of an advocate or एजेंट ऑफ द इंश्योरर, या फिर कोई बैंक मैनेजर हो, असिस्टेंट ब्रांच मैनेजर, कमिश्नर ऑफ ओथ, और एनी गैजेटेड ऑफिसर. दिस इज मस्ट फॉर एन इलिटरेट पर्सन. Now, different discharge forms are available for the payment of claim under the policy, and therefore the assured is advised to fill in the form that has been issued to the insurer. कई तरह के डिस्चार्ज फॉर्म्स अवेलेबल होते हैं व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द पेमेंट ऑफ द मैच्योरिटी क्लेम. तो जो भी फॉर्म इंश्योर्ड को मिला हुआ है फ्रॉम द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी, इट बिकम्स रियली इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द इंश्योर्ड टू फिल दैट फॉर्म एज पर द डिटेल्स रिक्वायर्ड इनटू इट एंड सबमिट इट टू द इंश्योरर. Ascertain that the title of the policy is clear. In case of maturity claim, a nomination has no validity. Also ascertain that policy is not assigned in any way. जब आपकी पॉलिसी मैच्योर हो रही है तो दिस मस्ट बी वेरी क्लियर कि पॉलिसी किसके नाम पर थी. अगर आपके खुद के नाम पे थी तो यू आर गोइंग टू रीव द बेनिफिट्स. इफ इट वाज ऑन द नेम ऑफ योर हस्बैंड और वाइफ, दे आर गोइंग टू रीव द बेनिफिट्स. जब पॉलिसी मैच्योर होके बेनिफिट्स मिलते हैं, क्लेम कॉम्पेंसेशन मिलता है, तो उस केस में नॉमिनेशन का कोई रोल नहीं होता है. लेकिन अगर आपने पॉलिसी असाइन कर दिया किसी और को तो आपको उसके कोई बेनिफिट्स नहीं मिलेंगे. द असाइनी विल बी गेटिंग द बेनिफिट्स फॉर इट. After verification, if the claim is found correct and payable, it should be entered in the maturity claim intimation register. This is a statutory requirement under section 14B of the Insurance Act. अगर सब कुछ सही है, कोई कहीं पर कोई कह सकते हैं लाक नहीं है, कुछ इनकरेक्ट नहीं है, कुछ मिसरिप्रेजेंटेशन नहीं है, सब कुछ परफेक्ट है और क्लेम इंश्योरेंस कंपनी आपको पे कर रही है, सो द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी इज गोइंग टू मेंशन इट इन द maturity claim intimation register, and this is a legal necessity under section 14B of the Insurance Act 1938. Full details of the claim, that is name and address of the assured, date of maturity, date of payment and amount to be paid is entered in the respective column of the register. Whatever details, चाहे either we are talking about the name and address of the assured, maturity date क्या थी, payment details क्या थे, कितना payment होना है, everything has to be mentioned in that particular register. When the papers are complete in every respect of the payment of maturity claim, the original policy is cancelled and a stamp is placed marked as matured. तो जो आपका ओरिजिनल पॉलिसी डॉक्यूमेंट होता है उस पर एक स्टैम्प लगता है जिसपे इट इज़ मैंशनड एज मैच्योर्ड और आपको फिर पॉलिसी पे हो जाती है. Special circumstances for making claim payment, where the life assured is lunatic, that means the person is not mentally stable. A lunatic person has no capacity to enter into a contract as per section 11 of the Indian Contract Act, and therefore any agreement entered by a lunatic during lunacy has no validity. Therefore a lunatic cannot give a valid discharge of maturity claim payment. Provisions to this effect have been made in Indian Lunacy Act 1913. Now, as per the section 11 of Indian Contract Act 1956, सिंपल सी बात यह है कि अगर कोई पर्सन मेंटली स्टेबल नहीं है तो आप उसके साथ कोई भी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं करोगे, नाइदर द इंश्योरेंस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नॉर एनी अदर फॉर्म ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट। तो जब आप कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ही आपका वैलिड नहीं है तो दिस बिकम्स बट ऑब्वियस कि आपका मैच्योरिटी क्लेम का भी कोई ऑप्शन नहीं वहाँ पे रेलिवेंट होता है। The insurer under such circumstances can refuse to make payment under an insurance policy unless a person has been appointed by the competent court of law to receive the claim of amount on behalf of such lunatic person. Similarly, if the nominee is a lunatic person at the time of payment of death claim, the payment will be made to the person appointed by the court. Now, in case the person is lunatic, अगर उस केस में कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ ने किसी पर्सन को अपॉइंट कर रखा है कि अगर ये पर्सन की मेंटल स्टेबिलिटी सही नहीं है तो इसकी जगह पे उसका कोई लीगल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव उस पैसे को विड्रॉ कर सकता है, मैच्योरिटी क्लेम के बेनिफिट्स ले सकता है, तो सिर्फ उसी सिचुएशन में इंश्योरेंस कंपनी क्लेम के बेनिफिट्स देगी, अदरवाइज इट विल नॉट प्रोवाइड यू विद द क्लेम बेनिफिट्स। सिमिलरली, अगर कोई नॉमिनी बेनिफिट्स लेना चाह रहा है तो नॉमिनी अगर ल्यूनेटिक है तो उस केस में भी वहाँ पर डेथ, ऑब्वियसली नॉमिनी जब आएगा तो डेथ क्लेम्स की बात करें तो नॉमिनी को पेमेंट नहीं मिलेगा, जो भी रिप्रेजेंटेटिव होगा नॉमिनी का उसको पेमेंट दिया जाएगा। Where the life assured is declared insolvent, when the person is declared insolvent, if an insured has been declared insolvent by court of law and the insurer has received information to this effect, maturity or death claim as the case may be is not paid. Simple सी बात है, if you are insolvent, if you are considered as insolvent, whatever payments you are owing to some other person, they will be paid out of your property, and since you have taken an insurance contract which is maturing, so whatever benefits of the insurance contract is there, that will be used to pay off the debts to the people whom you owe some money. If the assured has been discharged from insolvency by the competent court of law, a certificate to this effect must be produced before the insurer, who in turn informs the official receiver or assignee and obtains permission so as to obtain the claim amount to the assured. In case the person is discharged of insolvency, he has paid off all his debt. In that case, the person can get a certificate from the court of law that he has been discharged out of insolvency, and that document has to be presented to the insurer, जिसको verify करने के बाद assured को maturity claim के benefits मिल सकते हैं। Where the life assured is reported to be missing. Now, the person on whom the policy has been taken is reported to be missing. Under the Indian Evidence Act, a person is deemed to have been dead if no whereabouts are received within a period of 7 years. अगर 7 साल तक कोई मिसिंग पर्सन की कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं मिल रही है तो द पर्सन इज डिक्लेयर्ड टू बी डेड. To the person whom such informations are deemed to have been received. Under such circumstances, the insurer will ask the nominee or the legal heirs of the assured to produce a decree of the competent court of law declaring the assured as dead, and on the receipt of such decree payment will be made. 7 साल तक अगर वो पर्सन नहीं आता है, उसकी कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं होती है, तो उस पर्सन को हम डेड डिक्लेयर करते हैं. कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ से एक डिक्री ऑफ कॉम्पिटेंट, एक डिक्री प्रोड्यूस करवाते हैं जिसे हमें प्रोड्यूस करना होता है इंश्योरेंस कंपनी को, और उसके प्रेजेंटमेंट के बाद जो हमारा नॉमिनी है या कोई भी हमारा लीगल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है वो पॉलिसी के मैच्योरिटी बेनिफिट्स अवेल कर सकता है. Next is where the policy is assigned to the central or state government. If the policy is assigned to central or state government and is financed by provident fund, the claim amount will be paid to the accountant general after obtaining a discharge from the concerned authority. If the policy has been assigned, that means obviously you are transferring the policy to the central or state government, it will be paid to the accountant general after certain verifications. Where the assured has completed the age of 100 years, under whole life policy, the sum assured is payable only after death. But there is one exception to this rule. If the life assured has taken a whole life policy and completed the age of 100 years, his claim will be settled as maturity claim. होल लाइफ पॉलिसी आपने ली है जो कि आपकी पूरे लाइफ टेन्योर के लिए चलने वाली है, और एक जनरल एक्सपेक्टेंसी लाइफ टेन्योर की हम जो लेते हैं वो लेते हैं 100 ईयर्स. अगर 100 ईयर्स की एज किसी पर्सन ने अचीव कर ली है और वो अभी भी अलाइव है तो उसके होल लाइफ पॉलिसी को अब मैच्योरिटी बेनिफिट्स में कन्वर्ट कर दिया जाएगा और उसके क्लेम को सेटल कर दिया जाएगा. अदर मिसलेनियस प्रोविजंस. Sometimes a life assured dies after the completion of discharge form but before receiving the payment thereof. This can be a general situation. Discharge form आपने इंश्योरेंस कंपनी को सेंड कर दिया, but before that processing and all before receiving the maturity benefits, the person is dead. The certificate of death issued by the competent authorities to be produced to the insurer. If the date of death is before the date on which the maturity claim falls due, this will be treated as death claim. But if the date of death is after the maturity, it shall be treated as maturity claim. अब जो भी date of maturity उस डॉक्यूमेंट में मेंशन होगी, से फॉर एग्जांपल अगर किसी पर्सन ने आज 20th ऑफ सितंबर है, आज किसी पर्सन ने अपना डिस्चार्ज फॉर्म सेंड किया इंश्योरेंस कंपनी को, उसकी पॉलिसी मैच्योर होनी है 30th सितंबर को, लेकिन अगर उस पर्सन की डेथ हो जाती है 25th सितंबर को, तो इस पॉलिसी को हम डेथ क्लेम के अंडर सेट करेंगे. लेकिन अगर उस पर्सन की जो डेथ है वो होती है 1st ऑफ अक्टूबर को, तो इस पॉलिसी को हम मैच्योरिटी क्लेम के अंडर सेटल करेंगे. आई होप इट्स क्लियर विद द एग्जाम्पल. नेक्स्ट वीडियो विल बी डिस्कसिंग द प्रोसीजर फॉर द डेथ क्लेम्स. दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे. थैंक यू and have a nice day.